Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well. Welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Wednesday night, June the 4th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I hope all of you are doing well. It was a big night in the Canucks, in the hockey world, I should say. We had game one of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. We had game four between the Abbotsford Canucks and the Texas Stars. And I've asked you to vote, honestly, vote which game were you more invested in? And right now, the Abbotsford Canucks game is slightly leading over the Oilers-Panthers game. And I'm not saying that I'm doubting you guys. I would say if I had to vote in this one, when I got home, we had a church night tonight. We had a wrap-up dinner for all of our teachers for our Wednesday night teaching. And when I got home, I know that I was listening to the Abbotsford Canucks game on the radio on the way home from my church. But when I got home, I didn't continue listening. I actually ran to the TV and I watched the overtime of the Oilers Panthers with my son, Sean. So maybe we hit, you're interested in both. But if I had to vote, as much as I love the Abbotsford Canucks and I want them to do well, I must admit that I would probably, if I would vote, I would vote for the Oilers Panthers game, just because. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that makes me any less of a Canucks fan. It was just, I just wanted to see. I was more intrigued, quite frankly, in seeing who was going to win the Oilers-Panthers game. Although I was elated when I found out that the Abbotsford Canucks won in overtime. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about both games. Then I'm going to bring on birthday girl to be Shannon Hollingworth, Hall of Fame member Shannon. I'll bring her on near the end of the show, and we'll see if we can get it over the finish line all the way up until midnight, but we'll see. We don't want to pressure her. We don't want to pressure me. We will just see what happens. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that we had a great game one of the Stanley Cup final, like the fact that the Abbotsford Canucks take a 3-1 lead in their series, like the fact that my son Sean is engaged, and I hope you guys enjoyed me having Sean on the stream last night. And like the fact that, we are building a wonderful Canucks community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation like the line change did 6 hours ago. I'll get to that in a second. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And as I mentioned, even before I got in today, the line change gave a donation way back at 5:30 p.m. So let's give Tyler, the creator, some love in the chat. And he calls it, as he sees it, getting the donation train started early. Thank you, TLC. So if anyone gets confused, he is the line change. So sometimes I call him the line change, legendary line change to be exact. Sometimes I call him TLC, which is the acronym for the line change. And sometimes I call him Tyler because that's his name. And sometimes I call him Tyler, the creator, because that is a famous artist. And our Tyler is a famous artist as well. So I call him like 4 things, as long as I don't call him late for dinner. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start off by talking about the Abbotsford Canucks. Oh no, I got to start off by talking about this leaderboard, which I still don't understand, but we know that, what the heck, Swervin Irvin is kicking everyone's butt. He has 375 points. I have no clue how he got all those points, but it looks good to me. Then we have the line change in second place with 275 points, and then a bunch of people with 75 points. So I think the line change got bolstered because he gave a donation. I think Irvin got bolstered because I saw him spamming the chat earlier. I'm just kidding. And I think Jessica should get more points because she is going to Shawn Mendes, which is pretty cool. I have actually done at least one, if not two. No, I've done one Shawn Mendes parody. If anyone can actually name it, I would be so impressed. I would be so impressed if anyone can name the Shawn Mendes parody that I've done on my channel. Can anyone name it? And I can't play it for you because then I'll get copyrighted. I'll copyright myself. But does anyone remember the Shawn Mendes song that I did? I don't even know what the name of the real song is. I just remember what we did. Does anyone remember? No, it's not. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't even know what song that is. What is that Shawn Mendes song? I don't even know what the name of it is. This is so bad. Yes, you're right. You're right, Fangirl. Here's the one. Go Canucks. Go. Oh, what the heck is it called? Oh, man. What the heck is it called? Something big is happening. That's right. Very good. Skytrain Elfin, that's right. It was something big. And you got it too, Fangirl. Swerve and Irving got it. Sorry for my horrible singing. That's why I don't sing in my videos. That's why I get beautiful and talented singers like Marie and Ariel to sing. But having said that, speaking of something big, that song, and maybe I'll put it in the link. You know what I'll do is I'll put it in the chat so you can go watch it either now if you're really bored or after the show. I can't show it to you because then I'll copyright myself. Something big, Canucks Clay. But Canuck Clay. 87,000 views on this one. 87,000 views. I think we were bolstered by a vlogger who came over to Vancouver and actually used our song in his vlog. But yes, if you want to check it out, 87,000 views. Me, Marie, Ariel doing our Shawn Mendes parody. How many donuts to get you to sing? I think it would take donuts and some alcohol. And I don't drink, so that would make it even worse or even better. Hey, hope your show went well. Canucks Uncensored. I was doing my goal breakdown, so I didn't get a chance to pop in there. Hope it went well. Would you right now trade Pettersson? Easy to say yes because get out from that contract, but there's no way you're getting anywhere close to value for him. And I guess we could debate what market value is for him. But you are going to have to retain salary or give up way too much for a team to take him and his 11.6 million. So unfortunately, I get that his no movement clause kicks in on July 1st, but I think we also all get that he had a horrible season last season, and therefore his value is not very high. So I think that is the predicament that we are in right now. How does one copyright themselves? Well, meaning I can't monetize that video because even though it's a parody. And then if I play it on here, this video cannot be monetized as live stream. I can still, they don't take away donations, but what it means is any revenue or ad revenue I get. But then these live streams aren't that big, so I don't really get much ad revenue anyway. So maybe we should just watch it. Maybe we should just watch it. I think maybe we'll do that at the very end of the stream. Yeah, we'll see. Do I think Rutherford is a big Pettersson guy? No, but I don't. It's interesting. I don't think he's a big Pettersson guy. I don't think they want to give up though on him, even though they're not afraid to move on from their mistakes. But this is a big $11.6 million. I don't want to say mistake, but commitment for sure. Okay, I'll get to more of your questions and comments in a few minutes. But first off, let us talk about the Abbotsford Canucks. So they win 5-4 in game number 4 against the Texas Stars in double OT. Danilo Klimovic with a beautiful, beautiful deke and shot to win. But in the first period, I think, Abbotsford took 3 penalties to Texas's 2, but the Abbotsford Canucks escaped with a 2-1 lead. On goals from Linus Karlsson, from Max Sasson and Phil DiGiuseppe, and then Tristan Nielsen from Kirill Kudryavtsev and Chase Waters. So 2-1 lead after 1 for the Abbotsford Canucks. They got outshot though, 12-4. So they scored on 2 of their 4 shots. Then second period, Texas scores. Jack Becker, whoever that is, and Cameron Hughes. And then it's Victor Mancini from Carlson and Willanen, and then Tristan Nielsen with his second of the game. The Canucks, again, were outshot 10-7. So Texas actually changed their goaltender. They're losing 4-3, and they changed their goaltender for the start of the third period. Third period, gosh, they score with 19 seconds left. I can't even say this guy's name. Justin Haraikowian. And then first OT, Abbotsford dominates 13 shots to 5, but no goals. Second OT, they had all 4 shots on net. And like I said, it's Danilo Klimovic from Mancini and Willanen. If you haven't seen the goal, check it out. It is pretty sick. So on the night, we had 2-point performances from Tristan Nielsen, 2 goals. Mancini, 1-1. Linus Karlsson, 1-1. We had Christian Willanen with 2 assists. We had Danilo Klimovic with the game-winning goal. And then, of course, we had Artur Shilovs in net, making 27 saves on 31 shots. So yes, 5-4. Abbotsford wins. They take a 3-1 series lead, and their next game is at the same time again, same night as game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. But if they beat Texas on Friday, then they do not come back for that back-to-back game 6 and game 7. And more importantly, they're off to the final, the Calder Cup Final against the Charlotte Checkers. So that is indeed the story from the Abbotsford Canucks game. Let's do a couple questions regarding the Abbotsford Canucks game specifically, or their team. Like, we can talk about, Marco Rossi or Elias Pettersson's contract or Derek Forbert. We can do that later, though. I want to highlight any comments specifically about this game or the way that Abbotsford is playing. Linus Karlsson scored first as usual. I went to a watch party for the Abbotsford Canucks game. It was a lot of fun. That's awesome, Cindy. That is awesome. Any other thoughts about the Abbotsford? Is it true Yogi left the Canucks? Yeah, I actually heard that from a friend even before David Panyata or whatever his name is, and then others started reporting on it. So I think Yogi is indeed joining Rick Tocchet in Philly. TLC really want Abby to close it out in game 5. Any other thoughts about the Abbotsford Canucks? %52% of you saying you paid more attention to the Abbotsford Canucks game. We're more invested in that than the Oilers Panthers game. Yeah, people aren't really worried about Yogi leaving. Yeah, it was a pretty sick goal by Klimovic. Are there any signing extension restrictions for Vancouver Canucks signing Abbotsford Canucks players? It's just an interesting case. Can't even think of examples. Sorry, was this in reference to someone, Erwin, that I missed? So I don't know the context of your question. No problem. I'm not sure if there's Jordan or if there's Witten, but I'm presuming. Actually, I had your stream on when I was in between working on things, and I think you guys were talking about Pettersson, and your guest, the guy sitting on the couch with you guys, the guest was saying something like, "You got to move him because you can't have seven more years of this." I do remember. So I was popping in there for a minute, and I did remember him saying that for sure. Okay, let's do this, and then I'll move on to my next part. Clay, Are you a season ticket holder? Yes, I am, Calvin. I've been a season ticket holder since 2010-11, so 15 years now. If so, would you ask them questions about if they watch YouTube channels such as yours, Rev Trev's, Uncensored Canucks channels? Ask who? Calvin, are you saying should I ask the players? Or are you saying should I ask employees or the media team? I'm not sure. Let me know. Let me know, Calvin. But I will say this: if you're talking about players, the only one that I know is I know Bo Horvat's dad used to watch my stuff because he told me, and I know that Spencer Martin, remember our lovable backup goaltender, he watched my videos because many of you guys know the story. When I met him at the golf tournament, the annual golf tournament, I told him that I would often talk about how his pads sounded really loud. Anytime he made a pad save, it sounded like there was, I would joke around and say, it sounded like there's a microphone in his pads because all you hear is the arena's boom, boom. And then Spencer Martin actually, unless he was lying, but why would he lie to me? Unless he wanted to make me feel good. He told me, that he saw me talk about that in one of my vlogs. So that was pretty cool to hear Spencer Martin say that. And I always remember that for sure. Ask Alvino Rutherford, anyone? Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know if, it would look kind of self-serving if I had a chance to go up to Patrick Alvino, Jim Rutherford, and the first thing I say to him is, hey, do you watch my channel? Like, Alvin does know that I have a channel because I've met him before in Vegas, and I told him I'm a Canucks content creator on YouTube. And let's just say I'm pretty sure, if not Rutherford, people surrounding Rutherford, they definitely know that I have a channel. And I try not to get myself in trouble on this channel. Okay, last question I'll answer for now, and then I'll pop back to what I was doing. Will Garland get traded this offseason for top six help? I don't know. Then you're losing another workhorse who's a middle six. I don't think it'll be Garland that gets traded. All right. Yes, I am committed. I'm committed to you, Jessica, and our mukbang. Even if Sean says I should not be mucking. No, I better be careful. Even though my son Sean says I shouldn't be doing mukbang with anyone. I almost caught myself there. Okay. Let's bring back the Edge, the CCC, the Sedgevy, the Clays Edge Go Visualizer commentary. I don't even know what the acronym was, but let's go. Why not? I did a goal breakdown, so I should be familiar with these goals. Hopefully this thing doesn't lag. Here's the first goal. It starts off in the Florida zone. We got a big scrum here. Puck goes out to Jake Wallman at the point right there. And then he takes a shot. Bobrovsky makes a save. Then it's Kapanen who takes another shot. Bobrovsky makes a save. Evander Kane misses it, but it squirts out to the one person you don't want it to squirt out to, especially on that side, Leon Draisaitl. 1:06 in for the Edmonton Oilers. Swerve and Irvin, no Sedgwick for the Abbotsford Canucks. I don't think they have the Edge Go Visualizer. I can't even see even highlights of their. You have to look them up on X and stuff. So yeah, I can't see anything that I can do the Sedgwick for, unfortunately. Then 10 minutes later, it's Sam Bennett who scores. And this is the funny goal. So let's see what happens here. First, Verhaeghe leaves it to Mikkola, who shoves it in the corner. Tkachuk goes to get it, gets it back to Verhaeghe, and then look, he's got all this time, and he shoots it, and Sam Bennett is basically leaning back against Stuart Skinner, and the puck goes off of him, which I didn't even see, and goes in the net. Now, this, sometimes the Edge Go Visualizer is better to see where all 10, 12 players are on the ice and kind of see the breakdowns and the spacing. But it's not good at is for seeing like deflections and scrums. So you're just going to take my word for it or watch my goal breakdown, or if you've seen the highlight, it's actually Brent Kulak, number 27. It's his left skate that hits Sam Bennett's left skate. He falls into the crease into Stuart Skinner, and the puck hits him on the way in. So that's why it was 1-1. Edmonton challenged it. It stood up, and they went on They went on the penalty kill. Then, during that penalty kill, it is Brad Marchand who scores. This is a very nice goal. What happens is Bennett gains it, then it goes to Rodriguez, and then it goes to Nate Schmidt. Look at the 4 Edmonton Oilers players. They're all on the same side of the ice. That leaves Marchand wide open. Darnell Nurse cannot get over. Marchand puts it over a struggling Stuart Skinner. And now it is 2-1 for Florida. Sam Bennett then gets a second of the night. This one, it goes to the middle for Hagee. Out to Nate Schmidt. And then on here, it totally looks offside. But actually, I stopped it perfectly. The puck just made its way over the line with Nate Schmidt. And Sam Bennett's right skate is still on the line. These two guys go over to Nate Schmidt, ex-Canuck. Sam Bennett goes backhand, forehand, and a really nice play past Stuart Skinner. It's 3-1 early in the second. Yeah, got to like this, the way that Tkachuk forces the turnover. And for Hagee, actually, Hagee could have sprung Sam Bennett this way, but instead he curls and finds Nate Schmidt going this way. And Florida just attacks you relentlessly as they come over the line. Victor Arvidsson cuts the lead in half. And this is a very nice play by another ex-Canuck, Podkolzin. So here we go. Podkolzin gains the line with speed, drops it back, and then drives the net. Look at him go. Ekblad and Forsling do not close the gap. In fact, Ekblad and Podkolzin screen Bobrovsky, and the puck goes in, and now it is 3-2. Then Matthias Ekholm ties it with 13 and a half minutes left. Really nice play here. There's McDavid. McDavid back to Kapanen. Back to McDavid. And look, he draws 4 Panthers to him. Evander Kane also creates some confusion in the crease. And look, when Ekholm shoots, Bobrovsky can't even see. He's blocked by Nate Schmidt and whoever else is there. But 4 Panthers around the crease, along with 1 Evander Kane, and it is 3-3. Finally, regardless of who you want to win, Edmonton or Florida, you got to give the Oilers props for this game-winning goal. All 5 Oilers skaters touch it. Shannon, go back there at 11:40. Go back there at 11:40, so in 15 minutes. Coach Robin, I try to see if I can minimize my screen. No, you know what I would do is I would have the stream on your phone, and then you click on the StreamYard link on your computer. That is by far the easiest way to do it. So watch this. It goes Bouchard right there to Nugent Hopkins, down to Perry. And right here, you can't see it on, obviously, this Edge Go visualizer where everyone's just a circle. But Perry takes a quick peek over his shoulder to see that McDavid's there. And instead of ringing it this way as a right-hander, he does a nice backhand there. Perfect. Now McDavid's here. Remember that Marchand power play goal where I said all 4 Edmonton Oilers were on the same side of the ice? Almost the exact same thing here. All 4 Florida players, Barkov, Mikula, Jones, and Marchand, all on the right side of the ice. McDavid, beautiful saucer pass over Barkov's stick. And much like the first goal for Edmonton, the game-winning goal is scored from in close, and it's the best goal scored from that position, Leon Draisaitl. 4-3 Oilers over the Panthers. 46 shots for Florida. Sorry, for Edmonton. Florida wins the faceoff battle. Power play 1 for 2 Florida, 1 for 4 Edmonton. And then 51 hits each. That's great. That's good, intense, but relatively clean hockey. Blocks relatively equal. Giveaways relatively equal. And then when you go to the box score, I guess we have to look at both teams because neither of them are the Canucks. For the Panthers, you had Sam Bennett with his 2 goals. You had Verhaeghe with his 2 assists. You had Nate Schmidt with 2 assists. Forsling, 32 minutes. Ekblad, 33 minutes. Seth Jones, 30 minutes. And then Hyman up front. Sam Reinhart, 29 minutes. And then you had the fourth line of Nosek, Boquist, and Gadjevich playing less than 10 minutes. And then Bobrovsky makes 42 of 46 saves. Pop over to the Oilers. You have Draisaitl with his 2, Captain with 2 assists. You have McDavid with 2 assists. Then a bunch of players with 1 up front. A bit better spread out, although McDavid did play 31 minutes and Draisaitl played 28. But notice, and this is going to help the Oilers more than the Panthers, that they didn't have guys playing 25, 28, 30 minutes. Only McDavid and Draisaitl did that, but they're used to everyone else, though. No one played more than 22:09 or 23:41, I should say, but no one played less than 13 and a half. So the Oilers did a better job of spreading their minutes around. Same on D, only one guy over 30, that's Bouchard. But then look, pretty steady. Even Wallman and Klingberg had 23 minutes each, and then Stuart Skinner makes 29 saves on 32 shots. So you're not going to blame Bobrovsky on a night where the Edmonton Oilers had 46 shots on goal. All right. So there we go. We have Podkolzin and Stetcher playing for Edmonton. We had Nick Schmidt, Yona Gadjevich, and Gustav Forsling, who never actually played for the Canucks as ex-Canucks on the Panthers. So there's at least almost half dozen ex-Canucks playing in this series. Clay, I'm not eating. You are. And I'm going to watch and maybe laugh. Oh, you mean when we actually do our mukbang? That sounds good to me. Okay. Let's, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my mid-show sponsor read. Then I'll answer 10 minutes of questions from you. And should we watch the Something Big video? And then we'll bring Shannon on. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll do all those things. So let me see if I can get that Something Big video ready. And then we'll have some fun with this in a second. We're going to dedicate it to Jessica after. Whoops. Oh, no. Okay. It's only 2.5 minutes, so that's what we'll do. All right. Let's go. Mid-show sponsor read. I always start off by thanking my primary sponsor. That is Jason Lim of Van City. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/clay. Also, thank you to Gassy Jet Art, maker of this fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Reminder of how you can get involved in the show tonight. You can subscribe to the channel. You can get, what's wrong slide? You can like the video. You can leave a donation. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. My shows this week, this is it. This is my last show of the week. It is because I'm not doing one tomorrow because I'm going to see a magic show tomorrow night in New West with me, Gail, our 3 kids, and their 3 significants. One of them is now a fiance, which is pretty cool. So the 8 of us are going to see an illusionist show called Hidden Wonders out in New West tomorrow. So I will not be doing a stream tomorrow night. So this is my last show of the week. On the weekend, I'll reach out to Legends and Hall of Fame members. We can start scheduling our one-on-one chats for next week. Okay. This is what I think we'll do. Let me do 10 minutes of your questions. Then we'll watch the Something Big video, the Shawn Mendes parody dedicated to Jessica. And then we will bring on Shannon for the last part of the show. And then we can wish her a happy birthday. All right. Oh, yeah. And on the community leaderboard, it is now Swervin Irvin with 425 points. 425 points. We got the line change in second, and he has 275. And then Simon in third with 150 points. So we got a lot going on, which is great, and grateful for all of you for being on the leaderboard. Is it based on looks? Everyone in the CCC is good looking, Adrian. By the way, Adrian, I saw your post. Tell me about that Filipina who was on Tiny Desk. Do you have a connection with her? Let me know. You can even put in the chat now. Even if no one else knows what we're talking about, I will know what we're talking about. So once again, let me know about that Filipina who made it onto Tiny Desk. Made a good Stanley Cup dinner. Let's hear what it is. Swerve and Irvin would love to hear. I want an Aero bar, but it's late, so maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. Yes, family bonding tomorrow should be great. Even though we were together all weekend in Whistler. Illusionist show, indeed. Yes, I'll be back on Sunday, Tyler. Yes, I'm looking forward to it, Shannon. Thank you. How is Irvin increasing? I don't know how it goes. I think you got to do more donations. Just kidding. I am the game. I think Irvin is hacking it. How would you deal with the current goalie situation? Sheila's waiver eligible starting this season. Well, Alfred, what I would do is I would start him in Abbotsford so you don't risk losing him to waivers. I would start him in Abbotsford and I just go Demko and Lankinen for next season. Only if one of them gets hurt, Demko and Lankinen, depending on the severity of the injury, then that's when you decide you bring Shilovs or Tolopilo up. Because Shilovs is not waiver exempt, it becomes a much bigger decision. Really, really good point. But I would handle it by starting him down in Abbotsford. Yeah, Shannon. Only 3 people have the crown. Only the top 3 on the leaderboard, and it changes every night. Do you think Hughes will wait to extend until he sees what Makar gets in his next contract and make that as comparable? I believe he's eligible for extension this offseason or next offseason. Good question. Cale Makar contract. Yeah. Makar's contract ends at the same time, ends at the end of 2027 season. And he's making 9. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, man. I don't know if what a steal. That's a good deal, too. I don't know if you can wait that long. That's very interesting, though, that they expire at the same time. Did Suter's next contract just get bigger with Nelson off the free? So Nelson got 3.75 times 3, right? Reports of Ottawa that Batherson may be on the trade market. I like Batherson. I would take a look at Batherson. And I think Suter is trying to make about $4 million a season. So if you think he's comparable to Nelson, then that makes a lot of sense, I guess. She was one of the headliners at Lapu Lapu last year. She's a Phil Am rapper based out of the Bay. Sweet. That's awesome. I will check her out. If this experience stuff happened while I had membership, it would be my very first time. I would be first every time. Gotcha. Dinner was fried buttermilk wings, creamy Parmesan dip, mozzarella sticks, and marinara. That sounds good. So how do I get to the magic show? Well, you buy a ticket, and no, he's sold out until September because he only does Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He does 2 shows a night, so 8 shows a week. But the venue is only 30 people. And because he keeps it very intimate, very up close. So that's why I'm so excited. I'm sure you're not allowed to film or take pictures, but I can't wait. His name's Sean Farquhar. It's called Hidden Wonders. He's been on Penn and Teller, Fool Us 3 times. He's won the World Magic competition a couple times. It's awesome. I can't wait. I am so excited for it. I got to get a good night's sleep tonight. So I'm completely alert, and I'm aware of what's going on. I'll have no clue what's going on, but yes, I cannot wait to watch the show tomorrow. Caesar salad and curly fries. Jessica has been craving mozzarella sticks. Now everyone's talking about the dinner. Pork ribs with yummy sauce, fries, and onion rings. Awesome. I had Greek food, lamb and pita bread and calamari because that's what we fed all of our religious ed teachers tonight. Salmon, rice, and some broccoli. Tyler, the creator, the line change. Let's give him some love in the chat. TLC says, everyone like and subscribe to Clay. I agree. And while you're doing that, make sure you subscribe to TLC as well. They base the XP points on your dinner. That is awesome. As an American who's embarrassed and ashamed of the comments the Orange Clown has made about Canada, it would be awesome to see the Stanley Cup back in Canada, even if it's the Oilers. That's nice. That's nice. By the way, yeah, give some love to TLC for sure. I think a lot of people are embarrassed. Yeah, 3 point. Oh, not. Wait. Sorry, Nelson. I can't believe I said 3.75. He's making 7.5. Wow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So obviously, Pia Suter's not going to make 7.5. I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. I meant to say, yes, 3 years at 7.5. So it's 22.5 total. Yeah, Suter will probably make half of that or so. Formula One or golf leadership. Interesting. Swerve and Irvin gifts a membership. Let's give Swerve and Irvin some love in the chat. Swerve and Irvin gifts a membership. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to look in my chat. I can't see what happened. I can't see who it went to. This is weird. Oh, that's because my chat. Sorry, I had it on the wrong screen. Swerve and Irvin gifts a CCC franchise membership, and it goes to JL. So whoever JL is, welcome JL. Thank you for being here. Welcome to franchise membership, and let's give some love to Swerve and Irvin, legendary Swerve and Irvin, in the chat. Okay, it is 11:37. Shannon, I'm going to ask you. He does it in some theater in New West 3rd. Shannon, go ahead and click on that link. I'll meet you back there in a couple minutes. I am going to show you this. Jessica, I'm dedicating this to you, so you better watch this. This is, and I can't go full screen here because then it'll try and full screen. Oh, there, I can do that. And I'll take the Van City Experts. So this is, wow, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it says the Vancouver Canucks are back in the NHL playoffs. I'm thrilled to present our Canucks playoff anthem, Something Big, based on the original song by Shawn Mendes, Marie Huey, and Ariel Tuliao. And this is April 15, 2015. So this was indeed 10 years ago. So I'm going to leave this with you. I'm going to go use the restroom while it's playing. And then, and then I will highlight the line change donation, and then we'll bring Shannon on. So please enjoy this. 2.5 minutes dedicated to you, Jessica. Something Big, Shawn Mendes. Look at that slow motion towel waving. Here we go. I just realized you probably can't hear that because I forgot to turn the audio on. So let's try that again. And then we'll make sure that you can. Yeah, I did not share the sound. So I think I have to remove this and then share it again. Gosh, it's like, you think it's like my first stream or something. I was doing the wrong thing. There you go. Share tab audio. Here we go. Something Big. Let's try this again. Again, slow motion towel waving.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go, go Canucks, go.
Enjoy.
Oh, 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 go, go Canucks, go. Oh, 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 play for the cup, you might win it. It's like 60 games to win, so you better be believing. Something's in the air, something's in the air. It's like the feeling when you're just about to slap it. Take your best shot, you know you're gonna hit it. Something's in the air, something's in the air. Oh, oh, oh. Something big one reason. Towels in the air, towels in the air. The blue and green pride is what we're bringing. It's like the anthem that the whole city's singing. Towels in the air, towels in the air. Whoa, oh, oh. Something big, I feel it happening deep down in my soul. Cheering, screaming, and it's shaking me. Feel it in my bones like go, go Canucks, go. Oh, 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 go, go Canucks, go. Something big, I feel it happening. Go, go Canucks, go. Oh, 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 go, go Canucks, go. Something big. If we stomp our feet, the ground will shake. Clap our hands, the walls will break. Yell so loud as we proclaim. Something big is happening. See the team, they're on fire. Red will light up the sky. They can't stop us anyway. Something big is happening. Something big, I feel it happening deep down in my soul. Cheering, screaming, and it's shaking me. Feel it in my bones like go, go Canucks, go. Oh, 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 go, go Canucks, go. Something big, I feel it happening. Go, go Canucks, go. Oh, 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 go, go Canucks, go. Something big, I feel it happening. Go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Let's go.
Wow, that was actually pretty good, if I may say so myself. I actually forgot about that one. I haven't watched that in a while, and I really like it. I hope you guys liked it too. That was neat. Maybe we should. Is it too self-serving if I show more of my videos on here once in a while? I don't know. You guys tell me. But I thought that was pretty good. Oh, you guys, the guy on the piano was really good. Oh, thanks. Help Clay at the end. Help me. LOL Clay at the end. I bet Marie and Ariel had to borrow those jerseys. Wrong. Those are mine. I lent them the jerseys. So I can't remember if they looked a little big on them, but no. That. Why do you mean I bet? Why do you have to bet Marie and no? Those are our jerseys, my jerseys. Anyways, glad that you guys were here. But enough about me. I'm gonna bring on the birthday girl now for the last 15 minutes. So we will take it all the way until midnight. Actually, just before I bring Shannon on, let's recognize TLC, who before that did another $2 donation, and we always want to recognize that. By the way, I'm gonna work on something for next week. Still gonna use the goal horn, but might add a bit of visual to anytime someone donates or gives a membership or buys a membership, anything like that. Use a monthly membership message. Anytime I use the goal horn, I might add a visual aspect to it. And if you were watching last night's stream with my son Sean, he kind of gave me the idea, and I said, no, that's a pretty good idea. So if I have time, I'm going to work on some stuff over the weekend, but we'll see how it goes. For now, let's give some love to TLC at the line change. Clay got me another subscriber, so I donate. Well, if that's the case, everyone in here, go subscribe to the line change. No, that's awesome, Tyler. You should have more subscribers because you do some really good work and you're very consistent in your output, which is awesome. So thank you very much for the donation. All right. Shannon, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. So she's 15 minutes shy of turning. Well, I'll let her explain. But let's bring Shannon on. I'll let her talk a bit about herself. Then I'll pepper her with a couple questions. And then we will let you ask a few questions. So I love bringing her on. We chat every couple of months by video call, usually over Facebook. And this is her. She's been on a couple open houses before, and she's been a big supporter of me ever since I started offering memberships, and even prior to that. So please welcome Hall of Fame member Ms. Shannon Hollingworth.
Hello.
Hello, Shannon. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. You look great. You sound great. And summer of 60. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if I can hear you, they can hear you for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I promise. Summer '69. That's when you were born.
That's when I was born.
Do you like that?
Bryan Adams song.
Yeah. Do you like the song by Bryan Adams?
I actually do.
Like, how much out of 10 do you like it?
I would say 9.5.
Okay. Should have said 6.9. Okay. Very, very good. So you are turning, using my amazing math, that means you're going 55 to 56. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. So let's start
I
with
can't turn the number around after.
right.
If
The
I
50.
turn the number around, it'll make me older.
You're right. No, 55 is a palindrome, like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. But yes, no, we want you to be 56 and not 65 for sure. What, take us through, actually, for anyone who hasn't met you yet, just in case they're new to the stream, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Shannon Hollingworth. I was born in Edmonton, Alberta. That's why I like the Edmonton Oilers. Thank you, Oilers, for winning game 1. Now only 3 games for them to win, and then we got the cup in Canada.
There you go. There you go.
Then I moved to Victoria with my family in 1981. So I finished school here, finished grade 6 and all the rest. And then I went in, after I finished school, I went into group homes. And then group homes weren't really working out for me. And life wasn't really going too well because I had a lot of ups and downs. And believe me, folks, I've been in what they call city cells, which is police station jail, and then over to Burnaby Correction Center, which was the women's jail, and then Surrey pretrial. But ever since probably 6 years, maybe a bit longer, Rob can figure that one out because he's been a really good friend. And ever since, so probably about 6 years, I've been like really, really good.
Wow. Thank you for sharing all that. And I remember, Shannon, you shared all that with you in one of our very first one-on-ones together. And I was so grateful for your trust and your courage. So you're not afraid to say you had a really rough go. You were in trouble with the law. You're in trouble with substances, and you're trying really hard to come out of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We got your back, and for you to share all of that. I think you'd inspire many, many people, even those that haven't experienced what you've experienced. So thank you for being, so courageous about that. By the way, Japan 4, happy early birthday, Shannon. We gave you a birthday shout out tonight on Canucks Uncensored. Now, Japan 4, was that you live with Witten and Jordan? Because I mentioned that I looked at it quickly for like 30 seconds. It's just out of the corner of my eye. Was that you sitting on the couch? Let me know, Japan 4. But thank you on behalf of Shannon. Thank you for the shout out.
Man.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get shout outs to Shannon across all of the Canucks content creators tonight. I don't know if anyone else is going to.
Yeah, thank you.
So, give me one reflection from the past year. It doesn't have to be Canucks related, Shannon. One thing that you're proud of. One thing. Let me know. One accomplishment.
One thing that I'm proud of for the last year is getting off 2 of the really hard medications that they use for depression and, what I have disability and stuff.
Yep.
So, which was Ativan is a really, really hard one to get off of because it's addictive. So you have to do them really slowly. And same with clonazepam. They are both really, really hard to get off of. But I'm off of them both.
Clonazepam?
Clonazepam. C-L-O. I can't remember how you spell it. I'll have to look on my phone.
It honestly sounds like... No, don't sweat it. I'm just glad that you're off it. It sounds like something...
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, now I can use my phone because I can now see me on my computer because my little camera is in the corner and I've got you in the middle of my screen. So it is working.
Okay. Good. Well, I was just going to say clonazepam sounds like something a genie would say if he jumped out of a lantern. Clonazepam. Anyways, enough of my horrible. Okay. How are you going to celebrate your 56th?
Well, Rob's working tomorrow, but then after he finishes work, he has to go. Well, I go with him, and we'll go over to St. Michael's School because Coach Rob helps coach Special Olympics soccer for BC Special Olympics.
Awesome.
And he's really good at coaching.
So do you join him? Do you help coach? Do you help coach or do you cheer him on from the
sidelines? And I end up visiting some of my family members because they live around there. I have a lot of people, a lot of family members that are involved in St. Michael's.
Right.
Which is a private school.
Right. That's wonderful. Yep. And we're very grateful. I know we're grateful that Rob is such a good friend to you, just as we're grateful that you are such a good friend to him as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Okay, before I turn it over to the people, you're welcome. Before I turn it over to the people, any hopes and dreams for the next year? I think a birthday is a good time to reflect on that. So anything that you want to accomplish in your next year of life?
Well, one thing that I'm hoping to accomplish, and I think it'll work out, is I really wanted to do probably a 2-week summer road trip with Coach Rob to Alberta. He wants to go meet my dad. So kind of want to make it happen. Hopefully we can.
Awesome. That sounds good.
And
I like
the other
that.
thing
When would that be? When would that be, Shannon?
We're hoping to go I'm hoping to make it happen this summer. But don't know. Probably near the end of August, beginning of September.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
awesome.
That's what I want to. And then
that sounds good.
The other one thing that I'm really hoping happens this year, because I'm in my fourth. Yeah, it'll be my 4th year, November of this year, at being a greeter at Walmart. So I'm hoping sooner or later I get what they call the Shining Star. Because every month they have a Shining Star for greeters at Walmart. Haven't had it yet, but a lot of my other friends who have been there shorter than me have had them. So those are
who do I need to talk to make sure you get your Shining Star? Yeah, who do I need to talk to?
Just keep calling the manager at my Walmart. Anybody.
Okay. Shannon, I'm going to call your manager at Walmart. I'm going to say, and they're going to say, hi, I recommend Shannon for the Shining Star. And then they're going to say, who am I speaking to? And I'm going to say, Clemenzabam. How's that?
Sounds good.
Thank you. I waited 10 minutes for that. All right. Enough about me. Shannon, you are awesome. Let's get to some people in the chat. So let's give Shannon some love in the chat. Ask her some questions. I know TLC earlier said you're such an inspiration, Shannon, which I certainly agree with.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys. Let's pepper Shannon with questions for 5 minutes. Then it'll turn midnight. We'll sing happy birthday to her. And then it would be a wonderful way, well, I think it is, I'm not sure about her, to bring in her 56th year of existence. So let's go. What questions do you have for Shannon? Let's put it in the chat right now. Tyler says, let's make Alfred call your manager with the SkyTrain voice. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Darren says, hi, Shannon. Happy birthday. How did you and Coach Rob first meet?
So I thought Coach Rob worked with the Victoria Royals because saw a picture of him on the Victoria Royals site before I got tickets, and he was standing by the authorized personnel door with his jersey on, and he had his binder that he keeps scoring. And the rest is history.
So you met him at a Royals game and you thought he worked for the team.
Well, I saw this picture and then I asked him if he had tickets. And then after he gave me and my friend 2 free tickets, that's when I thought he worked for
Amazing.
the
What year is that? What year is that?
Probably the big, I want to say probably 2014, maybe 15. I can't remember.
What a great answer. Swerver says, Shannon, what's the best cookie of all time?
For me, it's chocolate chip.
Me too. Taylor says, Shannon, you don't look a day over 30, girl. Hope you're doing good. What is your favorite season and why? Not hockey season, like postseason, offseason, meaning, of the 4 weather seasons.
My favorite season is summer, and the reason why is because easier for me to get around. I love camping. You know, and Rob and I do road trips more in the summer because it's easier for him to drive at nighttime because it doesn't get dark so early.
Yeah, more daylight. Absolutely. Summer's my favorite too. Fangirl says, who's your favorite Canuck between Linden, Naslund, and Bure?
Marcus Naslund.
Why?
I liked him because he was a really good player. That's what I like.
Gerald says, which location are you at? Because we're all gonna leave you a Google review and make sure your manager sees it, so we can say Klabamasham or whatever the thing is. Now I don't even know what I'm saying.
So my Walmart location is at Hillside Mall in Victoria, and the store number is 1214.
All right, oh my gosh, 1214 is like one of my favorite dates because 12/14, 12/14, December 14 is the day that Gail and I started dating, not engaged, but dating in high school. So
nice.
It's funny. 1214 is my favorite number. So Hillside 1214. That's not the address. 1214 is the store number.
Yeah, because all Walmarts have different store numbers.
Love it, love it. Who's your favorite current player? Says Carol.
I'm gonna say Demko because that's my favorite. He's been my favorite.
Good. Swervin Irvin says, what's the one place you could travel to tomorrow if money was no object?
Disneyland.
Love it. Who's your favorite Oiler? And you can't say McDavid or Draisaitl.
Skinner.
I like how you're building up the suspense with all these answers.
But he's a good goalie.
Okay, we got 1 minute and then we got to greet you. Okay. Do you have a hockey crush right now or past or present? Like, do you ever had a crush? Who?
I had a crush on a player named Russ Courtnall. He used to play on the Victoria Cougars a long time ago.
Yeah. I remember Russ. Good, fast, speedy skater. For sure. For sure. Erwin says Hillside, Clay dating Gale. Got it. Very, very good. I think we're about 30 seconds in, and then 30 seconds away from you turning 56. So soak it in, Shannon. Soak in these last 30 seconds of being 55. Yeah, grab Charlie. Call him over. Charlie,
come on. Come see mommy.
All right, Shannon, my clock says 12 o'clock.
So does mine.
So guess what?
I'm 56.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the goal horn is going off.
And I just want to say thank you to everybody in this community. I have never been so loved before. And this community, I trust this community because that's why I can say what, like, my troubles that I've had, you know, and all that. This community, you can tell things that probably is hard to tell somewhere else. Like, for instance, if, some kids are like, I don't know if there's, well, I remember that one time we had a boy that where you called and he had to hide under the covers or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he was taking the call like this, Shannon. He was like this in his room. He was like
this. Yeah, probably. But because some teenagers and stuff in school have a hard time, talking about their whatever's going on. But this community that we have here in the CCC crew has been the best. And you can trust everybody in here. And I love it how we all come together and help each other out. Thank you, everybody. It's so good. Love this community. Thank you.
Shannon, I don't want to say much more. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. I know you meant every word. We felt every word. And honestly, and chat, I'll be real with you. If this was a more goofy or if I was a little more loopy, if Shannon didn't just say what she said, I would sing to her and I'd make it a little goofy, a little bit silly. But I actually want to end tonight's stream on this really, really powerful note. Yes, we can have fun here. We can make fun of each other. Sometimes Shannon and I even make fun of each other. But I think tonight, with your permission, Shannon, and with the community's permission, I kind of want to end it right here. And instead of me singing to you, I can do that another time. I'll do that on our one-on-one. But because it'd be different if I was Maria Huey, then I would sing to you all night. But because I'm Clay Emo, no, I want to end it with your beautiful words. So we love you too, Shannon. And we are so grateful that you are part of this community. We can't imagine it without you. And just as I'm sure you can't imagine this group of people not in your life too. So it goes both ways. The love and the respect and the trust goes both ways. Absolutely. No, that's perfect. Anything else you want to be? Yeah. Anything else before we go?
I love this community.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you see the comments, Shannon?
No, that's everything.
Okay. So
when they were.
Okay. Let me show a few for you right now because so along with the happy birthday Shannons, happy birthday Shannon, happy birthday. So there's a lot of those. And then your life story is powerful. OMG. I'm sorry you went through that. Coach Rob says, thank you for being my friend. Skytrain Alfred, have a blast and party hard. TLC says, I completely agree with you, Shannon. This community is amazing. Regarding love, you deserve it. Yes, we love you too. And you're amazing, says Line Change. Thank you for being a big part of our community and having trust in us. We all love you. Why am I emotional? You're a part of it also, Shannon. You are a big reason why. That was beautiful. We love you. Well said. Hearts, passion, and kindness. All those things. Right back at you. Love you. Thank you for spending your special day and the eve of your birthday with us. Thank you, Clay, for hosting this. We love you, Shannon. You're awesome. Wow. So, Shannon, do me a favor. Anytime you're having a bad day, and we all have them. Anytime you're about to go on one of your big, can you still hear? Oh yeah. Anytime you go on one of your big Facebook rants, which you do once in a while, I can say lovingly to you, I want you to think about this moment. I want you to think about how everyone loves you and cares for you so much, and always know that you're worthy. You mean a lot to other people and to us. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you all.
Awesome. And by the way, do you have to work tomorrow? I know the answer, but I want you to share with everyone. Do you have to work tomorrow?
No. I don't.
Awesome.
So I'm going to celebrate and clean up Charlie's throw up.
Okay. Well, we were trying to end on a nice note, but
sorry. Okay.
All right, Shannon, we love you. I'll give you, I'll message you over the weekend and we'll set up, we're going to set up all those one-on-ones for next week. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for joining me.
Have a good
Happy
night.
birthday. And I'll let you see yourself out.
Thank you. Okay. 56. Here we go. Bye.
I'll help her. There she goes. That was beautiful, you guys. Truly. If I'll just give me a minute here. If someone ever asks me, Clay, why do you do this? Why do you do, during the peak of the season, 5 nights a week? Why do you do 24-hour live streams? Why do you give up some of your own time to be with people that some people you've never even met, you just met behind a screen? This is why. Because of what Shannon said is why. Not because of me, Clay Emo, Canuck Clay, because of the community that we are. Not that I am, that we are. And I think it's beautiful. And I think Rob could attest to this, and I hope Shannon can attest to this too, because I'm talking about her. I think these type of communities, the type of affirmation, the type of trust we have here, it's missing in a lot of places, not just online, but in the world. And people like Shannon, people like all of us need these type of communities. We need each other, and we need to have places that we can lift each other up. So that's how I'm going to end it tonight. Thank you, Shannon, once again for your trust and for your inspiration. We love you. Happy 56th birthday. Thank you to Line Change for the donation, Line Change for monthly membership message, Swerve and Irvin for gifting a message, Line Change for yet another donation. Appreciate the generosity of all of you guys. Skytrain Alfred with a late donation. Skytrain Alfred says, Clay is the priest of this Canucks community. Here is my offering. To me, that's a compliment, but not everyone has had great experience with priests or pastors or leaders, whether in church community or not. But I take that as a compliment. So thank you, Skytrain Alfred. Maybe the shepherd or the leader or whatever you want to say. But thank you. Let's give some love to Alfred for the $5 donation. And TLC wonderfully said, this community helps me with what I went through with my mom, for sure. And, I say this a lot, but it sounds so show-offy when I say it. So I'm glad when other people say it. CCC is often imitated, but never duplicated. I love it. I love that. And also there's another saying, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But it's not about me. It's about Shannon tonight. And it's about the community we are building. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Thank you to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Swerve and Irvin, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for all of your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe, leave a late donation. And thanks again to everyone who went above and beyond today. My next show is on Sunday night at 11 p.m. I hope to see you there. And this bad joke to end off tonight's stream is absolutely perfect for the occasion that we are celebrating. So as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And by the way, I as much as I appreciate the sentiment, I actually don't think it's right that people use the term or the saying, age ain't nothing but a number. Yes. Age is clearly a word. God bless. Go Canucks go. And happy birthday, Shannon. Booyah.